They go crazy. They're very religious and very active when somebody's dead. And hopefully one of these good days I will zoom in on this and talk about it. Because lies and falsehood are being heaped upon. And the things that go on when somebody is dead, instead of it being a wake-up call for the remaining members of the family, it is a next opportunity for handing them placebos. That when they leave the burial ground or they go home or over the 40 days, they feel their father or their mother or their brother or their sister or their spouse or their neighbor, their relative has gone to heaven already. Because the life is not respected. What is respected is the du'as and all the barakat that people can send in one another's account. So the first additional sign of a kafir is this kafir is in pursuit of what? He or she is in pursuit of that which is low. Take for example, let us look at ourselves. We are physical beings. And as physical beings, we have physical needs. We have physical wants. And our basic physical wants are like food, clothing, and shelter. And of course, we need so many more. But if that's all we have time for, we are busy night and day, or day and night. We are busy. We don't have time. What you think? What kind of children you think I am producing? They're seeing one thing. That my father and my mother, they're killing themselves for the almighty dollar. Right? That's the image I present to them. There are exceptions. But the exception is not the rule. If you and I want balanced children, children who do not grow up to be beggars to human beings, but children who also do not submit their necks that people can put chains and shackles around them, then the struggle and the effort begins with me. But if my children see me that I am not a father, I am not a figurehead, who's burning the night oil to enhance my thinking, to change my values, to gravitate towards better opportunities, to improve my life and give them a better chance. What chance do they get from me to see that life is not all about materialism? So the Qur'an is telling us that one of the signs of the kafir, the mentality of the kafir, is the kafir does not have time to work for himself and his family and his society for better choices. Right? We are in Canada, and for many of us it was paradise when we get a chance to come here. Depend from where we came. Right? And we grab the opportunity and we hear. And we are like sharks for money. We are like sharks for that. But we are almost less than grade 1 student when it comes to understand divine guidance. Yet we have the audacity to say that we are Muslims. Because why? You have so much of uneducated Muslims around that one does not know the difference from the other. So the kafir is the one who has no real time for matters of importance, for tomorrow, for next week, for next month, for next year, because we are always making excuses. And I can assure you, if this is the culture you're part of, or if this is the culture that I'm part of, and we do nothing differently, we're going to remain like that. And our children, more than likely, are going to see these habits, and more than likely, they're going to pick it up. Unless they are children who decide to be honest and say, I don't want this part of my father. This is not what I want. So the Quran tells us, الَّذِينَ يَسْتَحِبُّونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا عَلَى الْآخِرَةِ. Number 2, وَيَصُدُّونَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. How do you and I become an obstacle to Sabilullah? What is Sabilullah? We should know that this is a figure of speech. This is a figure of speech. There is no road called God's road. There is no road called God's road. It's a figure of speech. What does the Qur'an mean when it says, Fi Sabilillah? You need to first understand who is Allah and what Allah represents. Sabilullah is a figure of speech, is a terminology that means whatever is synonymous with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And chapter 16 verse 60 tells us that. Anytime you want to know, and I want to know if we are in touch with Allah, you don't have to guess. Study this area. And I'll tell you the Arabic and explain it a little. The ayah says, لِلَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ مَثَلُ السَّوْءِ. Those people who don't care about the future. Those people who have no time to build the future as best as it should be for them and their family and their society. لِلَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ. It's not about our belief. What is the meaning of belief if there is no relationship of evidence and actions? لِلَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ مَثَلُ السَّوْءِ. Such people are capable of the worst kind of actions. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. But God, Allah, is synonymous with everything that is positive, that is nice, that is good, that is uplifting, that is elevating, that is exalting, that is enhancing, that is empowering. So anytime you and I block the path of ourselves to God, we are hindrance to the path. Anytime you and I block the path of our children, how do we block the path of the children? We figuratively kill our children. The Quran says, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ. And the translators translate that for you literally, so you believe, oh, this referred to the time of the Arabs when they used to kill the girls. So it doesn't refer to our time. This word qatala doesn't only mean to kill. Savages take it to mean killing. Savages take it to mean killing. In the language of the Qur'an, Qur'an is not about killing. Qur'an is about mortifying. If you understand the English language. Qatala means to mortify, means to subjugate, to overpower. It doesn't mean to go and kill. So many people are figuratively killing their children. How? By not setting the right examples for them. By not being an instrument of divine loftiness in their life. What do you think our children see? They see me and you every day. But do they see a father who's learning? Do they see a mother who's learning? Do they see a father who's making changes? Or do they see people who feel they're already one step away from paradise? They're just waiting to die. Because they've been collecting blessings from the time they were teenagers. And then when they're dead, these special reciters will come and pack their bank account with so many 100 million thousands of barakat, so they will have no need.